Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over Dialga Origin form. Now, I think this mod is really underexplored. I think it's actually an incredible support piece, and I really want to be able to inspire some people to actually try this out. So I'm hoping I make a good case for it. You've probably already seen the Terra Fairy variant kind of going around. I do think Terra Fairy is a really solid type. I won't say it's its best because this is me just kind of testing it right now. I haven't really found a solidified type that I'm going to say is the best, but right now Fairy feels really good. You get rid of your fighting type weakness and you become neutral to a lot of your other weaknesses like ground. So I think Fairy right now is a pretty safe option for it. I'm going with Pressure because this team actually doesn't really utilize Telepathy. I would highly recommend exploring Telepathy a little bit more with like Earthquake users, just stuff like that. But without further ado, I want to go into the team a little bit. Very standard Adamant Crystal because, of course, you're going with the Origin form. So, you know, get your little bit of boost without having any health taken away, anything like that. And I think Dialga just matches up really nicely into everything that's kind of going on. You resist Water Spouts from Kyogre. Do not underestimate that damage, though. Kyogre still does a ridiculous amount of damage. And, you know, you've got the support of this Clefairy down here, which is kind of a little bit more of a hyper-offensive Clefairy. I did some calcs and figured out that that Moonblast has a chance to one-shot Koraidons. So it's kind of a fun little tech to have on your Clefairy to be able to go, okay, well, you know, you might think you're safe, but I can one-shot you pretty quickly. And I just like that. I like having that in a quote-unquote defensive mon. You kind of have that hidden little tech. And I don't really think people are going to necessarily think that. And I've chosen Heal Pulse over a move like Protector after you. Biggest reason why is because I feel like I can take advantage a little bit more often of people kind of trying to switch too much or set up too much and can get Dialga back to full, which is really bad for your opponent. Next up, I did choose the Scarf Urshi Rapid Terra Ghost. It supports Dialga really nicely and can get you into some really cool end games. So I do think that this is a really good support piece for Dialga. And I also think Pelipper is a really solid support piece as well, because wide guard support and late game tailwind pressure can really help it. And Pelipper's actually really nice into Amoonguss. So the Spore weakness that the team has inherently, I think Pelipper really helps out with that and can kind of support the hyper offensive mode with Urshifu Rapid. Just a really standard, a little bit more offensive Raging Bolt, AV Bolt. I just thought Bolt would be really nice because you want another Mon that's just as bulky as Dialga, and a Mon that can kind of sit on the field just as long, to where Clefairy can really help it just thrive. And finally, I'm running a Choice Banded Urshifu. Now, I wanted to run Raging Bolt really, really bad, and I was like, man, I think Rillaboom would, or Choice Banded Urshifu, Choice Banded Rillaboom. I thought Rillaboom would actually be really nice to support this Mon and support this team, but I didn't know what item I wanted to run. So I was like, you know what? I haven't tried the Banded Fu. I'm going to try it, and I'm a bit of a believer now. This thing does damage. I would highly recommend trying it if you haven't, but just so I can showcase to you all that this Mon has potential, we're going to hop into some games, and I am going to hopefully give a good showcasing of Dialga Origin form. Please make sure to leave a like on the video. Please make sure to share with your friends, everybody, just so, you know, I can do this more often. And, you know, it's always fun just to be able to share new ideas with the whole community. So, first up we have a Chi-Yu Flutter, but Scarf Chi-Yu with Mystic Water Fu, Calyrex Shadow, Mineshow, and Whimsicott. So the thing that I'm noticing is, like, I can pretty fairly, like, take advantage of, like, the, like, Fake Out's annoying, but I can really take advantage of something like Fake Out with, like, Urshifu, and Pelipper even. I think Raging Bolt is actually pretty solid here as a lead. I do think Urshi would be really nice to have in this match, but I don't necessarily think it's needed. I'm going to go Rillaboom because I don't think... You know, it's crazy. I don't think Urshi is the call for this first match. I will probably bring in another match. Okay, So, just as I thought, they led the Mineshow and the Calyrex. So, I know that they can go for, like, close combat. I will just immediately Terra, to be honest with you, because I've got nothing better to do. Like, and immediately Terraing my Dialga really doesn't affect me. So, and, like, if they go for Wide Guard and, like, sub, good for you, but, like, you're going to have to spam that. So, and yeah, they just go for Fake Out into Astral, which is a really solid play. That still does have to Dialga. Well, I'm going to switch into Clefairy, and I am going to go for Snarl. We're going to try to see if we can catch him off guard here. Might be able to. We see the Terra Ghost goes for the Feint, so it can break that. Raging Bolt lives because of the Friend Guard, and Snarl pops off to where, yes, we are still in this. Perfect. All right, sweet. So now Fluttermane is the next mon of choice. I would say, so you have, they have shots here. They have shots, that's for sure. I would say that they protect or switch out Calyrex here. I mean, it could get a double KO, which is kind of scary. But I don't need to be scared of that. I have Rillaboom in the back. So, yeah. Yeah, like I'm saying, I don't need to be scared of it. I think getting Chip onto Flutter is just better. And they actually get the substitute up, which is scary. I don't like that. Okay. So they can just go for Moonblast into Clefairy and then a solo targeted. Do I want... I'm going to try to Heal Pulse, because I might as well. And then I'm going to break the sub. Astral does come out. I don't think it's enough for a... Even at -1? Wow. I'm way wrong. I'm way wrong. I think letting it set up that sub was really bad on my part. But, like, there's no way... I could have followed Mead, I guess. But, yeah. And we are just annihilated by this menace. Okay. So, because of how, like, inherently, quote-unquote, weak we are to Fake Out, I am going to lead Urshi, and I'm going to bring Dialga with it. Then I will have Rillaboom, probably instead of Raging Bolt, and I'm going to bring Pelipper. The bulk that Clefairy had added was pretty nice, but because of how hard Calyrex hits, I'm going to kind of switch things up a little bit. So they do decide, okay, I'm going to let Flutter kind of take the lead here so that they can kind of go for the Icy Wind, which is really good on their part. Like, bravo to them. I do think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to switch into Pelipper, and I'm going to kill Flutter. There goes the Terra Ghost. We see the Icy Wind come out. He is going to get the Oko onto Pelipper, but won't get it onto Dialga, because Dialga's got beautiful bulk, and down goes the Fluttermane. So we should still have some shots. I am going to bring out my Urshi, because, yeah, you have Mienshao, but legitimately, right now, Terra Ghost is just beautiful. I have my Rain up, and down goes the Calyrex. So there we go. Now, as weird as this is going to look, I'm going to switch, and I'm going to protect. Biggest reason for this play is because they were going to go for Dark Pulse. Yep. And now what I can do is I can just get Mineshow here with Grassy Glide. It's like, yeah, Feint will come out, but I'm sure I have enough bulk to live the Feint. And then I can just go for the Dragon Pulse as well. Okay, perfect. So, alright, there we go. And now Aqua Jet will take out the Chiyu. So, and that, my friends, is why Aqua Jet is still very solid on the Urshifu. I do not want to find out if that Chi-Yu is faster than me. Don't need to, so we are good there. All right, perfect. So now we are on to what is our game 3. I think the best way to kind of throw our opponent off guard is to kind of have the Raging Bolt Clefairy in the back, or in the front, and then kind of possibly lead with this. I know that I've been relying on this Rillaboom to be able to do some like big, massive damage, but I think like Urshi has showcased like why it's necessary. Oh, I could even lead like this, because if I lead like that, I just one-shot the Flutter. Ooh. Okay, I like this. And then I can go Dialga. Dialga Pelipper? Yeah, I like that. We see Whimsicott, Calyrex. That is such a good adjustment, but honestly, too bad, so sad for you. I will just lock in Terra Grass, and I'm also just going to U-turn this slot as well, because in all honesty... Oh, you think you're living. Boom! Oh my gosh! It's so perfect. That damage output is nasty. Now we just gotta think of what's coming out. I'm just gonna go Dialga. I think Dialga's pretty safe here. That is incredible. Look at that one shot. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I'm just gonna go for Flash Cannon into the Whimsicott. I could even just Protect on this turn. I don't necessarily think I need to lose my Rillaboom here. Like, I don't. I don't think I need to lose it. It just go... Wow. Good call. Good call. But I can now Wide Guard block him. Like, Wide Guard spam it. So... yeah. I think I'm fine. Yeah. Because, like, you have to take out the Pelipper here. I'm blocked by the Wide Guard. That one-shots. Yep. So we are all good. Perfect. We have showcased from the first battle more of the choice-banded Rillaboom and why this thing is ridiculous. And I am in awe. So we've got 5 Mons here. This individual has not figured out their last slot, and that's perfectly fine. They've got a team that they like. Rillaboom is petrifying for this friend. And I think Raging Bolt is absolutely fine here too. Like, I almost want to lead Raging Bolt Clefairy because I know that they want to lead like in DD. Because they can definitely lead in DD Cali here. Okay. I'm fine with that. That's Choice Scarf. Okay, so, like, you could go for Taunt, theoretically. I'm just going to Snarl. And I think I'll just Helping Hand the Snarl. Right? I could Heal Pulse my Raging Bolt. I think that'll be fine, too. I'll Heal Pulse the Raging Bolt. I think that's fine. Okay. Goes for the Terra Normal. Perfect. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Pretty neutral play state here, but like I'm just going to go for another Snarl. I'm actually going to switch into Rillaboom here, as weird as this might be. Goes for the Helping Hand. We see the Expanding Force go into Rillaboom. Perfect. Perfect. You're going to want to switch out your Calyrex here. But there is nothing in that slot that wants to take a Grassy Glide of this caliber. So. Wow. Okay, so he just leaves it in. They were ready. They were ready. So, I'm fine with taking that though. I mean, you're Scarfed. And I still have Terra. So we're in a really good spot here. I think just going for, like... You have a luring voice, but is that, like, something I'm scared of? I don't necessarily think so. Yeah. Just gonna go for a big ol' Ivy Cudgel into Bolt. I don't know why they forfeited there, because they still had shots, but... Alright. Alrighty. Yeah, and I mean, you know, side spam mode is scary, but it's like, it doesn't, it's not something that's just like completely immune, you know? I could force them to lock themselves into something that's not, you know. I might want to do that. Pelipper's actually kind of, but in the same sense, Rillaboom is just so good because like Terra Grass into freaking, you know, like it's just good. It's just really good. I think Snarl is still the play. Going for a big Snarl. I think Snarl Follow Me is fine. Goes for the Astral. Okay. Ivy Cudgel does do that. And it's like, as long as you connect it on the Calyrex, it's like, what is Calyrex doing now? It's not doing anything close to enough. So now that I've got it at -1, I think -1 is now absolutely fine. I'm just going to go for Flash Cannon into the Ogerpon slot. And really just kind of solidify, you know, they're like, now I can go for Expanding Force. And it's like, you can. You definitely can. And I do think that Rilla still has some shots. And I'm just going to go for Flash Cannon into Calyrex. Like, okay. Astral does come out, which is such a solid play from my opponent. Because now they can just follow me. Which, very, very solid play. I think now, though, that I've seen, like, what their options are, I think I could pretty comfortably lead Rillaboom Raging Bolt. And then, actually, I'm going to lead Raging Bolt Pelipper. Because then it just locks them into a solo targeting move. So, yeah, we'll be good. Solid. That was good play. Good play. I like having Clefairy next to it because, like, I can mitigate a lot of damage. But with Pelipper, I'm able to kind of do that bit of damage output that I'm wanting to. And can really effectively punish, like, what they're wanting to do. So, like, right now, they're going to be too scared to click a double targeting attacking move. Which is essentially what I want. And then I'm going to save Pelipper in the back. And I am just going to click Snarl. Because, yeah, you get the Terra Normal. Really? Why? I'm actually... Wow. I guess good play? It's hard for me to, like, state anything like that. Because... But okay. Yeah. Does 25. Ivy Cudgel does get Bolt, which is annoying. I can bring out Pelipper. I'm still going to be slower. Pelipper won't be, though. I'm just going to click it. I've got nothing better to do. Yeah. Exactly. I got nothing better to do. Did that really kill Dialga? Wow. Okay, so they have... They've only got 2 Expanding Forces left. They're gonna switch this turn. I'm going to take out the Ogre Pawn here. I think because it's specs, it's just going to be able to destroy me. With whatever it wants to go for. Which sucks, but it is what it is. So, we'll see the Cudgel knock Pelipper down to its Sash. You know, I think I should have Tailwinded here. Silly play by me, but it's okay. Now they can just go for Psychic. Because if I would have Tailwinded there, I mean, I would have had a little bit more shots, but it's okay. They played really well. Even with their 5 mons, they played really well. Okay, we've got one more battle to showcase this team. Even with their 5 mons, they still defeated me. But shows how good Shadow Rider is. But now to really showcase where this mon shines is against this specific guy right here. It's really good. It is really good into Miraidon. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Let's see here. I do think Dialga is a lead, and then having like Raging Bolt out front will be fine. You know, I actually think just Dialga Rillaboom is actually really good here. I like Dialga Rillaboom a lot. And then Raging Bolt is definitely coming into this one. I might actually go Urshi and Raging Bolt. I'll bring Raging Bolt. I think Raging Bolt's still super, super phenomenal. And we are just going to go from there. All right. And this is why we lead Rilla. You've got your Sash. But will it save you? Who do you Volt Switch into? Is the big question. I'm going to save Rilla. And I'm going to Dragon Pulse into the Torn. Switch into Raging Bolt. You see the Terra Electric Volt Switch. Go into my Quad Resisted Raging Bolt. And Blood Moon comes out. Bleak Wind does come out as well. And there we go. Perfect. This Blood Moon is probably faster than Dialga. I mean, you Tailwind here, right? And then probably just hit one of these. Do you want to take a Snarl? Like, I'll give you Dialga. Do you want to take a Snarl? Okay. Guess you thought I'd protect the restricted. I didn't need to. Okay, perfect. And then we can see what Miraidon wants to lock itself into, which is super nice. Just protect, and I'll just go for Snarl. Your best play, of course, is to hit the Raging Bolt with whatever you're wanting to hit it with. But we will see, we will see. I don't think I really need to overthink, like, protecting Dialga on that turn at all. Psyshock, good call. It's a good call. But now that you are locked into your electric move, I'm going to pretty safely just go for the... I might U-turn here. Because, like, I think being able to lock myself into Banded Grassy Glide is super solid. So, just making sure they, like, didn't leave. But I think the Banded Grassy Glide is really, really solid here, so goes for the Electro Drift. Is Psyshock enough? It is. Well, hey, you know what? That's fine. I switched up the terrain. I think it's still enough to one-shot my Urshi. I don't need to Terra my Dialga, like, at all. And you're going to run out of Electro Drifts because of pressure, which is just, it's crazy, but I can play this super smart, like, super safe. And I'm just going to go for the double protect because there's no reason not to. There really isn't. And there we go. Perfect. It's out of Electro Drifts, so there we go. Perfect. Next up, I think Urshifu Rillaboom is actually a really interesting lead. And then I can just do these two in the back. Because, like, they can go for, you know, multiple different plays. But I think being able to kind of, like, almost take out Torn, like, quick, if Torn was even coming, which it's not, which I find hysterical. But we do actually know that you can actually just KO Urshi. Do I want to give Urshi? You know what? I'm not doing anything else today. I'm fine with it. Like, if you want to Volt Switch my Urshifu, you go for it. This chip onto Miraidon is beautiful. So, actually, I want to do this. Because even more than the chip onto Miraidon, I think getting rid of Farig, I don't know if U-turn is going to be enough, though. That's the hard part. You know what? I've got to go for it. I'm going to start the timer. I've got to go for the Woodhammer. I have to go for the Woodhammer. Because I don't know if I get Farig. I don't like this. Well, I wouldn't have gotten Farig. I still don't think I do get it. You went for Draco. Okay. Goes for the Draco Meteor. I'm fine with just going for this. And even giving you Raging Bolt. Like, well, you know what? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to switch into Dialga. Because I don't want to lose Rillaboom yet. Like, I know that Specs Draco Meteor is going to take... It'll take out Rillaboom easily. Easily take out Rillaboom. So, and I don't mind using my Terra right now, because Terra Ghost is actually just super solid in this scenario. Draco does 86. Ooh. And I'm going to be honest. We're going to go for it, even if they stay in. Because if they stay in, and they lose Iron Hands because, like, I low-rolled or something last turn, that's really bad for them. Because that just means they're never going to get terrain control back with Miraidon. And they're going for it. It's technically the smarter play. It really is. If I get rid of Iron Hands here, though, which I do, yeah, I don't see a way out of this for them. I'm going to save my Rilla in the back. Yep. So we will just go for this. Surging should be enough. They still haven't Terra'd, though. So, which means they probably will, right? I would assume they Terra. Yeah. Yep. Cool. I don't think I get it still, which is crazy, but because of the Life Orb, I will get it now. And yeah, perfect. It's phenomenal. All right, and now Rillaboom. I'm gonna just click high horsepower. It's the safer move. I think Draco will still take out my Raging Bolt, which is crazy. So I'm gonna click Thunderclap. And yeah, that's game. GG, well played. And you know what? This team is great. I think like having a priority nerf would make this team a little bit better, to be honest. But I like the way it turned out. I think it's really fun. I think like me being able to quickly build teams and just put them together is really fun to be able to do for this video premise. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna actually end it here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Let me know what you guys think of Dialga and what it can do. I think I portrayed pretty moderately what it can do. I think it provides a lot of really solid pressure, and if you don't respect it, it can really just start, you know, making the game just kind of fall into the place that you want it to. But like I said, the biggest change that I would make is making having a possible priority mon, like a priority nerf, like maybe even Serena, would be really nice. But for right now, I think this team was really cool. I hope you guys can kind of look at this team and, you know, use it for yourselves. If you guys want a paste or a copy or anything like that of the team, just let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys would like me to do this stuff on cart a little bit more, please let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, please share this around with your friends. Let me know if there's anything you want to see specifically. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day and continue to live large. Thank you all.